Have you ever paused in the quiet of dawn, staring at the ceiling, and wondered why some days feel like a triumph while others slip away in a haze of busyness? What if I told you that the difference often lies not in the hours of the workday, but in those precious moments before the clock strikes 8 a.m.? It's a bold idea, isn't it? That the foundation of success, especially as we navigate the wisdom-filled years beyond 50, is built in the serenity of morning. Today, as your guide and fellow traveler on this path of growth, I'm excited to share with you 10 things successful people do before 8 a.m. These aren't rigid rules or exhausting regimens. They're gentle, intentional practices that foster resilience, clarity, and a deep sense of fulfillment, drawing from the lives of everyday heroes who transform their routines. We'll explore each one in depth, uncovering why they work, how they connect to our emotional worlds, and the profound impact they can have on your life. So, settle in with your favorite cup of tea or coffee, and let's embark on this journey together. Because your best mornings and thus your best days await. 1. Wake up with intention. My friends, successful people understand that the way you greet the day sets the tone for everything that follows. They don't simply wake up, they rise with intention. This means selecting a wake-up time that honors your body's natural rhythm, perhaps between 5 and 6 a.m., allowing ample space for calm before the world's demands creep in. It's about whispering a positive affirmation to yourself. Something as simple as, today, I embrace possibility with an open heart, to align your mind and spirit right from the start. Why does this matter so much, especially in our later years? As we've accumulated experiences, it's easy to carry yesterday's worries into today, but intention acts as a gentle reset, reminding us of our agency. It builds emotional resilience by fostering a sense of control and optimism, which research shows can lower stress hormones and enhance overall well-being. Let me paint a picture with Sarah, a 55-year-old elementary school teacher from the bustling streets of Chicago. For years, her mornings were a whirlwind, hitting the snooze button repeatedly, rushing through a cold shower, and grabbing breakfast on the go, leaving her frazzled before her students even arrived. One winter, after a particularly draining semester, she decided enough was enough. She set her alarm for 5:30 a.m., began each day by sitting up in bed, taking a deep breath and affirming, "Today, I choose energy and focus. I am capable and calm." At first, it felt awkward, like trying on a new pair of shoes. But within just a few weeks, Sarah noticed a shift. Her classroom interactions became more patient and inspired. She connected deeper with her students, and that spark led to innovative lesson plans that earned her a well-deserved promotion. Sarah's story shows us that waking with intention isn't about perfection. It's about reclaiming your narrative, one sunrise at a time, and watching how that quiet power ripples into every corner of your life. 2. Hydrate immediately. Now, let's talk about something so simple yet profoundly overlooked: hydration. Successful individuals prioritize a tall glass of water first thing, often 16 to 20 ounces, perhaps infused with a slice of lemon or a dash of natural flavor, to replenish what the body loses overnight. This isn't just about quenching thirst. It's a foundational act of self-care that kickstarts your metabolism, aids digestion, and clears mental fog. In our 50s and beyond, our bodies naturally retain less water, making dehydration a sneaky culprit behind fatigue and diminished focus. By hydrating early, you're essentially lubricating your joints, supporting brain function, and setting up for sustained energy without the crash that comes from caffeine alone. It's a caring ritual that says, "I value you, body. Let's start strong." Consider Tom, a 62-year-old retiree living in the foggy mornings of London. After decades in a demanding corporate job, retirement brought unexpected sluggishness. He'd wake up groggy, relying on multiple cups of tea to shake it off, only to feel drained by midday. A conversation with his doctor sparked change. Tom began his day with a full glass of room-temperature water, squeezed with fresh lemon from his small garden. He savored it slowly, standing by the window, watching the city awaken. Over the months, Tom felt a remarkable difference. His mind sharpened, allowing him to dive into long-forgotten hobbies like woodworking and community volunteering. He even started a small woodworking class for fellow retirees, turning his renewed vitality into a source of joy for others. Tom's transformation reminds us that hydration is more than a habit. It's a loving investment in your vitality, proving that small, consistent acts can rejuvenate even the weariest of spirits. 3. Move your body gently. Movement in the morning doesn't have to mean grueling workouts. Successful people opt for gentle, invigorating activities like a brisk walk in the neighborhood, light yoga stretches on the mat, or even simple Tai Chi flows. This lasts 15 to 30 minutes, awakening muscles, boosting circulation, and releasing those feel-good endorphins that elevate mood. Why is this especially powerful for us over 50? As time passes, our joints may stiffen and energy levels fluctuate, but gentle movement counters this by improving flexibility, reducing inflammation, and enhancing heart health without strain. It connects us emotionally to our bodies, fostering gratitude rather than frustration, and sets a positive momentum that carries through the day. Meet Linda, a 58-year-old nurse from the sunny shores of Sydney. Long shifts had left her with chronic back pain and a sense of exhaustion that seeped into her home life. Mornings were spent nursing coffee, avoiding any activity that might aggravate her aches. But inspired by a colleague's story, Linda committed to a 20-minute walk along the beach path each dawn. She'd listen to the waves crashing, feel the sand underfoot, and breathe in the salty air, turning it into a meditative escape. Not only did her pain ease as her strength built, but she shed unwanted weight and rediscovered a zest for life. This led her to mentor younger nurses on self-care, creating a ripple effect in her hospital. Linda's journey illustrates how gentle movement isn't about pushing limits. It's about honoring your body's wisdom, nurturing it with kindness, and unlocking doors to unexpected fulfillment. 4. Practice mindfulness or meditation. In the hush of morning, successful souls carve out time for mindfulness, perhaps 10 to 15 minutes of seated meditation, guided breathing, or even a mindful cup of tea. This practice quiets the mental chatter, cultivates presence, and builds emotional equilibrium. For those of us in our later chapters, life often brings accumulated stresses, family concerns, health shifts, or reflections on the past. Meditation addresses this by lowering cortisol levels, improving sleep quality, and sharpening cognitive function, all while fostering a deeper connection to our inner selves. It's an intelligent way to start the day centered, ready to respond rather than react. Picture Robert, a 60-year-old businessman from the vibrant energy of New York City. His days were a barrage of meetings and deadlines, leaving him anxious and disconnected from his loved ones. Mornings blurred into emails checked from bed, amplifying his worries. Seeking solace, Robert downloaded a simple meditation app and began with just 5 minutes of focused breathing, gradually building to 10. Sitting by his window overlooking Central Park, he'd inhale peace and exhale tension, visualizing a calm sea. This habit not only clarified his decision-making at work, leading to a breakthrough deal, but also mended strained family relationships. He became more present during dinners, listening with genuine care. Robert's experience teaches us that mindfulness is a gentle anchor in life's storms, empowering us to navigate with grace and rediscover the joy in everyday connections. 5. Nourish with a healthy breakfast. Fueling the body thoughtfully is key. Successful people choose nutrient-dense meals like warm oatmeal topped with fresh berries and nuts, scrambled eggs with spinach and avocado, or a smoothie packed with greens and protein. This takes 10 to 15 minutes to prepare and enjoy mindfully. As we age gracefully, our nutritional needs evolve, requiring more fiber for digestion, proteins for muscle maintenance, and antioxidants for vitality. A balanced breakfast stabilizes blood sugar, prevents mid-morning slumps, and supports brain health, creating a foundation for sustained productivity and emotional balance. It's an act of self-respect that nourishes not just the body, but the soul. Take Ellen, a 52-year-old artist from the creative hubs of Melbourne. Years of irregular eating had dulled her inspiration. Mornings meant black coffee and skip meals, leading to creative blocks and fatigue. A workshop on wellness prompted her to experiment with a hearty breakfast. Steel-cut oats with almonds, banana slices, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. She prepared with care, savoring each bite while journaling ideas. This ritual ignited her creativity like never before. Her paintings flowed with vibrant energy, culminating in a sold-out gallery show that reignited her career passion. Ellen's story highlights how nourishing breakfast is more than sustenance. It's a canvas for vitality. Allow your inner artist, or whatever calls to you, to shine brightly. 6. Review goals and plan the day. With clarity from the prior steps, they turn to reflection, reviewing long-term aspirations and outlining the day's priorities, perhaps in a journal or planner, focusing on 3 to 5 key actions. This habit is invaluable over 50, when life's priorities shift toward legacy, relationships, and personal growth. It provides direction, reduces overwhelm, and aligns actions with values, fostering a sense of accomplishment that boosts self-esteem and motivation. Logically, it bridges the gap between dreams and doable steps, making success feel attainable. John, a 65-year-old consultant from the wide-open skies of Texas, once felt adrift in semi-retirement, days blending without purpose. Over his morning coffee, he began listing goals, reconnecting with old friends, building his advisory business, and pursuing photography. He'd map out tasks like call a colleague today or edit photos for an hour. This structure transformed his scattered energy into focused drive. His side gig flourished into a network of clients, and he even exhibited his photos locally, finding profound pride. John's past shows that planning isn't restrictive. It's liberating, turning vague hopes into tangible triumphs that enrich your later years. 7. Read or learn something new. Dedicate 15 to 20 minutes to absorbing knowledge. A chapter from an uplifting book, an insightful article, or a podcast episode on personal development. In our season phase, continuous learning keeps the mind agile, combats cognitive decline, and sparks innovation. It expands perspectives, inspires new ideas, and emotionally connects us to a world of possibilities, reminding us that growth knows no age limit. Recall Patricia, a 57-year-old librarian from the historic charm of Manchester. Mornings were routine until she committed to reading biographies of resilient figures like Maya Angelou. Curled up with tea, she'd immerse herself, drawing parallels to her own life. This fueled a dormant dream, writing her memoirs. With encouragement from her readings, she penned and published a short story collection, sharing wisdom from her years. Patricia's awakening proves that learning is a spark, igniting passions long set aside and weaving new threads into the tapestry of your life story. 8. Express gratitude. A brief yet powerful practice. Noting 3 things you're grateful for, whether in a journal or aloud, to cultivate positivity. Gratitude shifts focus from lacks to abundances, particularly healing for those reflecting on life's ebbs and flows. It enhances mood, strengthens relationships, and builds resilience, with studies showing it can even improve physical health by reducing inflammation. David, a 59-year-old veteran from the sunny valleys of California, grappled with post-service melancholy. Mornings amplified his regrets until he started a gratitude ritual. I'm thankful for my family's love, my health, and this peaceful home. This reframing eased his burdens, leading him to volunteer at a veteran center, where he found camaraderie and purpose. David's shift underscores gratitude as a warm balm, healing old wounds and illuminating paths to renewed meaning. 9. Connect with loved ones. Share a tender moment, a hug, a loving note, or a quick call to nurture bonds before the day unfolds. As connections become life's core in later years, this habit fortifies emotional support networks, reduces isolation, and boosts happiness hormones. It's a reminder that success includes relational wealth, fostering deeper intimacy and balance. Sophia, a 54-year-old manager from the coastal vibes of Perth, felt work swallowing her family time. She began mornings with a heartfelt chat over breakfast with her husband, sharing dreams and laughs. This strengthened their marriage, alleviating her stress and inspiring her to delegate more at work, achieving better harmony. Sophia's connection ritual reveals how simple touches weave stronger emotional fabrics, enriching every facet of existence. 10. Limit distractions. Finally, they safeguard their morning sanctuary by delaying emails, news, or social media until after 8 a.m., preserving mental clarity. In an age of constant connectivity, this boundary protects focus and prevents early overwhelm, crucial for maintaining peace amid life's complexities. It allows priorities to shine, enhancing productivity and emotional steadiness. Think of Michael, a 61-year-old engineer from the innovative Pulse of Boston. Mornings were hijacked by notifications, scattering his thoughts. By enforcing a no-screen rule, he reclaimed his mind, leading to sharper innovations at work and well-earned accolades. Michael's discipline affirms that limiting distractions is self-empowerment, creating space for your true self to thrive. As we come to the close of this exploration, I invite you to sit quietly for a moment, letting these ideas settle like gentle rain on parched earth. Reflect on the habits we've uncovered, the intentional awakenings, the nourishing rituals, the mindful connections. Which one tugs at your heart, whispering a change? Perhaps it's a gratitude that warms you, or the planning that ignites purpose. Remember, success in these golden years isn't about hustle. It's about harmony, about crafting mornings that honor your journey and propel you forward with grace. I'd be deeply touched to hear from you in the comments. What resonated most deeply? What's the one habit you'll weave into your tomorrow? Your stories inspire us all. If this has sparked something within you, please give it a like. It means the world. Subscribe for more heartfelt guides to living fully, and share this with a friend or family member who might need this gentle nudge toward brighter mornings. Together, we're building a community of empowered souls. Thank you for sharing this time with me. May your days dawn with endless possibility.